In Uma Musume, you can buy various skills during your runs. There are green, blue, red, and orange skills. I'm going to show you sort of how they work. Green skills will give you a small stat boost in either speed, stamina, power, guts, wisdom, or sort of a combination of all of them, depending on if they meet a certain criteria. These criterias usually have to do with the track, with the conditions, your positioning, etc. For example, there are two skills, one called core distance, one called non-core distance, and basically the skill will activate depending on how long the track is in multiples of 400 or not multiples of 400. In addition, when they do give you the stat boost, it's either going to be a plus 40 to the given stat, or it's going to give you a plus 60. Plus 60 is if the skill has been upgraded. Usually when buying blue skills, you'll see there's two different types. There's the blue skills with the white background, those are white blue skills. They give you a 1.5% HP recovery, and then you have the gold blue skills. They have a gold background. Those give you a 5.5% recovery of your HP. Now you might be thinking, which blue skills are better? Generally, you want to buy blue skills that recover consistently. So good blue skills are Swinging Maestro, Gourmand, Race Planner, Miraculous Step, Sleeping Lion. Generally, you want skills that are good at corner recoveries or maybe during a specific point of the race. Straight recoveries aren't as good just because they can activate sometimes during either the beginning or the end of the race, which isn't as impactful. Red skills are debuffs to other Umas that you're racing against. From the left to the right, they can affect the velocity, the acceleration, the rushed extension, the stamina HP, or the vision. Some of you may not know what rushed is. Rushed basically means in the beginning half of the first race, your Uma can randomly freak out. And what happens is they end up consuming more HP, around, I believe, 60%, and they can also change their strategy, which could make their race worse. So for example, if your Uma is an end racer, meaning they like to start in the back of the pack, they might choose to be more aggressive and go to the front of the pack, right? So that's what red debuffs do. It's good to note that if you're doing a team match, red debuffs do not affect the Umas on your team. So you can't sabotage yourself. Another thing is to think about is if you're doing a team match, one Uma on your team having a red debuff might be good for you because you can sort of sabotage other Umas and let the remaining Umas on your team sort of win the race. So those are just good things to think about. Lastly, we have orange skills. They can improve your speed, your acceleration. It can help with your lane change skills. It can help with improving your strategy, and it can affect your vision. For vision, it doesn't usually help unless your vision has been debuffed, because there is a cap on the amount of vision Umas usually have. The first two skills I mentioned, the speed and acceleration skills, are usually the best, but you need to be careful. Speed skills won't do anything if you're not at your top speed already, and acceleration skills won't do anything if you are at your top speed, so you need to be careful. Now you might be wondering, how do I activate my skills? Well, there's a couple of things. The first thing is the skill will do a wisdom check or a wit check. Basically, if your wit is at 200, you have a 55% chance of proccing a skill. If you're at 700, you're at an 87% chance. So usually people say around 500 wisdom or wit is good to have on a horse because anything above that usually has some diminishing returns. Now, if your skill does proc using wisdom, there is another check your skill will need to do before it can actually proc. So skills can depend on a lot of different things. It could be the running style of the horse. It could be the distance type of the race, where they place among the Umas, or are they in the beginning of the pack or the end of the pack during a certain point of the race? Which part of the race are they on? The beginning, the end, the middle? It could be, are they surrounded by a lot of different Umas? Are they on the final corner? Are you on a corner? Are you on a straight? Are you on a slope? There are a lot of different types of ways a skill can check to activate. Usually the skill will say it on it. So it'll say, oh, this is good for medium tracks. This is good for end strategies, and you'll see it on it. There are some places where it's a little bit harder to tell. If you want to read more about how a skill can activate a specific skill, you can look at the links I put below. They're really helpful, and they helped me a lot when I was playing first on the Japanese server, and now they have them for the global servers. I hope you all have fun racing your Umas. If you have any questions or want to get any other tips or tricks, feel free to leave a comment in the video below. Thank you!